Oh, I think we're on the video now.
Clap. We're good.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And you see that spike there? That's what I sync. I don't even gotta listen to anything else.
I don't have any topics prepared for today.
You want to open up with that shooting topic we never got on? The Texas shooting? Because we kept almost getting on that topic last week, and then we didn't.
Let's talk
Did
about
we really
shooters.
never get onto
We
it?
never got onto it.
Let's do it.
We literally started talking about that Texas shooting, and then got tangented away from it. So tell us about the shooting, Justin.
Me?
Well, yeah, it was your topic originally.
All right, let's do
Fuck.
an intro for this year because this is a special episode.
Yeah, a special episode.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I want to welcome everybody.
There's a Middle Eastern man.
This is the prepared Frank shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's
October.
October. It's my boy Jay in the building. All right.
What's up? What's up, guys?
I want to know. Okay, so I want to just throw this all out there to you guys. We've been talking a bit how we've been doing this whole thing with me and Connor
And Jay from the Middle East remoting in.
remoting in. Okay, I just got to do this real quick.
We're here. We're in one building, one area code, one zip
Look at
code,
this. Look
one
at this.
building itself.
Everyone's here.
Look at this, boys.
We're all here, cramped in a room with 3 men, and I can smell each of you.
Probably.
It's wonderful and beautiful and delicious and disgusting at the same time.
Are we the sneaky ones, though, dude?
I'm the stinky one.
That's what I'm thinking.
I forgot to brush today.
Oh, I wonder what your take is on that. Did you guys see that thing that was going around on Twitter where the one guy just basically went out and was like, it was like a photo of an Indian strip club or nightclub.
Oh, God. Okay,
And,
continue.
all it was just a photo, and in the photo you can see it's nothing but Indian dudes. And he's just like, it smells wild in there. And literally, the dude got dragged by the entirety of India's Twitter user base, all of them using hard R's.
They would definitely do
Hard R's?
Hard R's.
How do
Like
you
the-
use a hard
like-
R
like-
there?
Huh? Well, they
that.
roll it too.
Sorry. My bad.
Uh,
My bad. Dude, look at my gut right here. This is fucking supreme, dude.
dude, you don't even know what a gut is.
Look at the screen.
Dude,
bro.
you don't
Look
even
at
want me
what
to
my
push
gut
this out.
looks like right now.
Dude, this is disgusting. It's kind of like OnlyFans right now what we're doing. Put that shit in.
You're on the casting
Gross.
couch.
I feels like it. It's black leather. Pleather.
Tell me,
Connor,
you boys ever
you
done
can't.
something like this before?
You need to see what we got.
I was
right
always
now.
on the other side of the webcam.
You really need to see what I got going on the screen right now. You know.
Competing with who's taking up more screen with your body. I think Justin kind of has the advantage because his shirt contrasts
I
with
own the
couch.
house.
Yo,
Yours kinda
all right.
blends in.
I gained 60 pounds in 2 years. No big deal. No big deal.
Janae thinks he's gonna come to my studio and casting couch me out of my own spot.
Wait, are we doing like a BBW thing?
No.
BBBM.
BB. Oh, yeah. But that's subjective, right? In today's day and age.
I mean,
Which brings us on to our next topic. Dave Chappelle talking about trans people.
Oh God, we're gonna go there right off the bat, Jay.
right off the bat,
Cause I mean, I got some strong opinions on this.
I'm gonna be honest. I liked.
Let's
Well-
let's go. Let's talk about it.
It was a
This is
good
about a half hour
Chappelle
topic.
thing, but I honestly feel it was some of Chappelle's worst jokes.
I feel like it was under par. Yeah.
Honestly, for a Chappelle special,
It was excellent.
Even the crowd wasn't even really laughing at a lot of that, and
The crowd was mixed.
yeah, the crowd was mixed.
The crowd was mixed. If you physically look at them, they're.
But I'll give it to him. The show progressed Like the
It
first,
progressed the story. Like he definitely had
Yeah.
it as like part 1, part 2, part 3.
because I'll be
What
honest,
was one? What was
I
sticks and whatever?
Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and stones.
Yeah, that came out. last year.
Iniquity, whatever that
Something
word
like
is.
Equanimity.
Equanimity,
But I
whatever
just
the
remember
hell he's trying to say.
when
with
I
that.
watched
and then
it,
the closer.
First like 15, 20 minutes, my girlfriend literally got up and left, and it's like, yeah,
The space Jews really kicked people
that one
out.
sucked. And the
I
fact that he
love
tried to do a
space Jews. That
callback-
joke, God, as physically a Middle Eastern
yeah,
related
that one
person,
bombed.
I'm
it
just
bombed
like, dude,
even
it was
worse
a
when he
joke,
brought
but
it
like it's
back.
something that you can't joke about.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then always being heard that like all Muslims are terrorists kind of gets old.
yeah.
And maybe I'm desensitized to space Jews, but I thought it was like, dude, that's a good joke. Because I've heard it from like A to Z.
Yeah, it's like this is
For like the past 20 years, man. I've heard it from A to Z. 2001 to 2021, I've heard it from A to Z.
Honestly, I thought that would be the thing that got him in trouble. I haven't seen any articles talking about that.
That might not be the reason, because that might have like a backlash of publicity that they might not want to agree with at that point. But
Yeah,
if you go back, like, I thought it was a great joke.
because what was it? Nick Cannon got in trouble for doing like jokes about, well, basically talking about Jewish people having elite power.
Yeah. I mean, Justin, do you have something to say about this?
I have a lot to say about this,
Go ahead, man. Go
to
ahead.
be honest. I think there's a couple aspects to comedy that I really appreciate, okay? One of the big things in comedy is fucking making somebody laugh, right?
It's like
So, if you counted the laughs per minute, you could argue somebody like Mitch Hedberg to be the greatest comedian ever. But I don't think all comedy comes from bam, bam, bams. You're laughing the whole time. I think one of the things specifically Chappelle, Tom Segura, Bill Burr, a lot of these guys build on are these long stories that kind of build you in.
well, his
They're
anecdotes
not-
are the best.
They're not laughing. They don't make you laugh.
Yeah,
You're fucking feeling like a piece of shit, and then they misdirect you. Pah! 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 Right? And that's the whole premise of their joke.
a lot of times I like to describe Chappelle's work as like inspirational speeches with a punchline at the end.
So,
And like the more inspirational the speech, the better that punchline hits.
Yeah, he's kind of like a preacher in that way.
Yeah.
do you know
There's a
what?
lot of preachers, whether it be from any religion or whatever background. They
I'm-
always do that. They always like seal the deal with like, see,
I don't want to say this is my thing because it's another. It's a bona fide comedian, so I want to say this is their thought. But they said, you know, the Cruising USA games where you had to hit that checkpoint every like 25 seconds.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And hitting that checkpoint kind of allowed you to get to that next
Yeah.
see what you're
25
saying.
seconds.
like keeping the attention of the crowd and the people
So
who are watching.
a lot of what Chappelle's comedy is he does dark shit, but just like in Cruising USA, he will hit that punchline, he will hit that joke right before he hits, or right as he hits that checkpoint. So he kind of like, right as you're about to be out of it, you're about to be lost. No, he drags you back in. You know what I mean? So he hits those comedic checkpoints while talking about some serious stuff. I want to say that I genuinely think that if anybody who says that this special from Dave Chappelle was transphobic, if they watched the entire special, and not only the whole special, but they watched it from the context of equanimity in 2017, and then the 2-part special Sticks and Stones in 2019. He kind of wrapped it all up, which to me there's this whole comedic genius of like he kind of let 3 specials out as openers to kind of fucking close it all off with this one.
I mean, I hate to be getting like super real right now, but does anybody else feel like they're tiptoeing around trans people?
Well, a lot of people do.
Like even like making this sort of
Yeah. I mean,
analysis.
It's
I feel like I'm
realistic.
tiptoeing.
I mean, and he.
Because we want to like translate as best we can without offending anybody.
Right.
You
So-
watched the whole special, right?
Yeah, the whole
here's
thing.
beautiful
8
thing
is
about it.
yeah.
Last story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the beautiful
To
thing.
the
about it, is
mixed
that
clapping and laughter, yeah.
You have the issue where I think the trump card he has about it is that when he basically said, "Stop hitting down my people," because there is the concept that he.
I
brings
want to
up
really talk
every
about this,
time.
by the way. Sorry.
Is that
It's like a bigger deal like making a transgression than a
Gay
racial
rights.
aggression.
has progressed massively, and he's right on that. I mean, it is massively increased. We nearly had a gay president.
We did? Who was the gay one?
He was running for the Democrats. What's his name?
Buttigieg?
Yeah, Budapest.
Budapest?
Yeah,
He's gay?
Budapest.
he's married and gay. Yeah,
Budapest.
How do you... Wait, he's married to...
he's married to a man. Yes.
Oh, dude, I didn't give a crap about that. He had great policies.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I thought he was married to a woman and gay. I was like, oh my god.
No, he
Dude,
was-
this
but he
guy
was,
is
like,
getting double
one
my
of the top
vote.
3 people that had
Just
actually for
Pick
a minute,
one,
had
motherfucker.
a chance to knock out Biden.
Dude, take all you can.
But gay people have made it far, and they did it in the span of less than 100 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but like gay
So-
people could always be white or black or any
Exactly.
race.
Stop now.
So the
now,
white
hold
gay
on,
people
stop,
made it ahead.
Stop.
I'm not
stop.
stopping.
No,
The white gay people made it ahead. I have
No.
a dream
no.
that all gay people
No.
be
No.
treated
I want to
as
quote.
white gay people.
I want
We'll
to
get on the floats.
I want to say from this point on in this podcast, if you haven't listened to the Chappelle special, go listen to it because I'm about to spoil a lot of jokes, and I think we gotta just talk about a couple of them. 'Cause that's what you're here to do. So
Well, so
fuck
far
you.
it's been about
No, so he literally says
Jewish
in the
people.
middle. No, he literally says in the middle of his whole special, he says, "If you go back and track me perfectly, I have never had a problem with trans people. My problem has always been with white people."
Right.
And that's a direct quote
Mm-hmm.
from his special. And he leads on to say one of his next lines that I love is that specifically white trans people love to be the minority in terms of being trans until it's their turn to be in the majority, which is being white.
Well, he said that for gay people.
And
I totally agree with you.
And then all of a sudden they lose their, like, they flip their shit. So, the biggest whole point I wanted to bring up about this, and the reason I had to bring that up is there's a problem about punching down. And this is brought up a lot of times by Dave Chappelle in this special. And it's about punching down. Now, intrinsically, the second you say that somebody is punching down, you are saying that that person is above the other person and they're punching down at them. So you are creating almost a social hierarchy.
Yes, and that's kind of where it stems from. But then what he says throughout it is that he can't punch down. He, as a black man, is not higher than someone.
And I think that's what he's saying is you create this. So if he's punching down, then there's that. But he does not at any point feel like, as a black man who's been facing the struggles of a black man in America, he's not facing those. How do I say this right?
I totally get what you're going with that. Like, being black and being trans isn't the same thing, but we have both suffered a ton.
Yeah.
And we're definitely at a level that's similar to each other.
And then
And so
once
when-
you say
when you,
punching
like-
down,
Yeah. It's like when you offend a gay like what he basically was going on with it. Like if you offend a gay person, it isn't the same as if you literally kill a black person. Like offending someone who's gay is more of a problem than literally killing someone who's black. That's what gets more media coverage. That's what people more retweet about or care about. That's what affects him because it affects every minority.
yeah. When he went specifically there with the baby,
Yeah,
um,
he did.
but I don't know. I think he really talks about the whole concept of punching down, and he really ruins it. In that, like, as soon as you say somebody's punching down, you are putting them above the person that they are punching
Yeah, exactly.
down upon. So you are now creating like a caste system. You are creating a classist
Yeah.
system in which you are saying this person, regardless of whatever, if they make fun of this person, then they are punching down. Which means this person is better than this person. And me as a fan of comedy, I think everybody should be able to catch these hands. I think it's everybody at the same
Exactly.
level,
Like, why can't
no matter
it
what.
just... You can't be being... Like, if you think that you can't be made fun of, then are you better than everybody else?
So, I think you
That's
can,
what Chappelle talks about.
but you
Yeah.
have to
Way better than us.
you have to come into it at a tasteful angle. Like there's a difference between going up and making gay jokes and making well done gay jokes.
But is that the real question? Does it matter about how good the joke is? Because I've heard some shitty terrorist jokes.
I think more about how it's presented. Like if you're able to present something where the punchline isn't to put down on someone because they're gay, but it's more to put down on someone for something they do that is influenced by them being gay is different. If the punchline is because you're Middle Eastern, that's one thing. If the punchline is something you do because you're Middle Eastern, that's a different
Exactly.
thing.
So,
Okay,
so you
so-
think it should be a good joke?
I do. I think
If it's a bad joke, it could be ostracized.
I think it has to be presented tastefully.
So how about this? How did you feel? And I'm going to ask you about a specific joke
Okay.
from the special. Not all of them. I'm going to ask you about. We're going to isolate one.
Mm-hmm.
And for all the people listening, if you haven't listened, I'm going to spoil a whole lot of shit here. But he tells that story at the end. And he says at one point that, like, he says that this person jumped off the roof and committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most manly thing they could have done.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was all fucked about it. And he was like...
Because
Dave
it's a
Chappelle,
dichotomy
hold on.
of understanding what's
Hold on.
manly.
Dave Chappelle went on to say, you guys can hate me for that joke, but I know for a fact that I think Daphne, I know for a fact that Daphne would have fucking loved that joke. So fuck however you guys all feel about that joke. Daphne would have loved and laughed at me saying that's the most manly thing. And then what's the sign off line of this whole special almost at the end? Like,
Space Jews.
no, even no, way worse than Space Juice
I don't remember exactly what it was.
is when Dave Chappelle says,
I
I created a money for this
yeah.
person's
It's
kid.
just like, and I want to tell
and
her.
I want to know.
I knew your father.
I knew your father,
and
and
she
she
was
was
an amazing
the
woman.
she was the best woman I ever knew.
Yeah. See,
And that's it's not a joke.
It's a eulogy, man.
It's
It
not a
is.
joke. So
I feel
that's
like
what I
that's a
wanna-
fucking eulogy, isn't
so
it?
that-
so okay. Here's more
I feel like
how
it was
I
like
think about it.
a beautiful letter to
Going
his
back,
friend.
going back to that story, when the heckler shouted, "Do the drapes match the carpets?" and then she replied, "I don't have carpets. I have hardwood floors."
Right.
That was a hilarious joke to me. Now, if she did that on stage, that would be hilarious. But if Dave Chappelle did that, that wouldn't be as funny. But Dave Chappelle did it properly because he did it as an anecdote of someone who's more fitting of the role doing it. I mean, it's like if I go up and I do 25 minutes of hood Compton-based jokes, it's not going to stick for me. It would make no sense with me.
It's contextually not correct.
Right. So I think there's a degree to that when you make these kind of jokes that you have to have some sort of, not to say it has to exclusively be someone that's in, but it requires you to have an understanding that is present.
So
And I
has
think
Dave Chappelle earned that right?
that's, I think, what the problem is that Dave Chappelle is not a gay man. So his understanding of making gay jokes comes from either his influence from other gay people in his life, or he's making it up. And because you don't know that off the top of your head, when you take the joke, it's just like, well, if I don't agree with this joke or I don't relate to this joke, I have to assume he's made it up.
So you think people don't believe him for what he said?
I have an honest question, and this might sound facetious, and tell me if I'm oversimplifying it, but
All right.
do you really think comedians think that much about the joke?
I think Dave Chappelle definitely does.
Dave might, but I mean, like, I don't think comedians need to think about the joke. If, like, from a comedian's perspective, they make jokes to make people laugh.
Their job is to make people laugh. Their
Yeah.
job is
But like
not
the more
to
important you get and the more mainstream you get,
But
and how much history Dave Chappelle has, he crafts his joke a little bit more than just that because he
Right.
knows the effect that it'll
But
cause.
from a consumer's perspective, from the audience perspective, if the joke is displayed to you, to him it might be a hilarious joke. But from your outside perspective, if you're looking at it, it's just like, well, there's a straight black man making fun of gay people. I don't think he should be able to do that. That doesn't seem right. That seems like a white guy up there making fun of black people, or an Asian guy up there making fun of Mexican people. It's just like, why does he have what is his experience to make these jokes? How do I know these jokes are good? Kind of deal. Because unless you are gay and you sit there and hear it and be like, oh, that's true, that's funny. But if you are another straight man sitting in the audience having another straight man tell you that, either you will laugh because you think it's funny, or you won't laugh because you're not even sure if it's accurate.
I don't know, dude.
Should it really be this complicated?
No, that's what I'm
Should
saying.
comedy be this complicated?
No, that's
to God.
that's the part that I'm a little.
Like, why is it such a big deal that Dave Chappelle made a trans joke?
That's
No.
the problem. You're gonna have people in the audience sitting there. It's just
Like
I don't know if I can
Jeff
laugh at
Dunham
this.
literally
That's
had
the
a
fucking
caricature of
problem.
every race.
Bro, I'm gonna
Didn't
say
he-
this, and I'm gonna look dead ass in the camera as I say it. Okay. Dave Chappelle's recent special, in my opinion, is the greatest commentary on comedy that has ever existed. I don't think it's the funniest special
Dude,
of all
he is
time
like-
because he wasn't hitting jokes.
No, honestly, I felt it was the worst comedy special,
Because he wasn't
From Chappelle.
funny.
but it was a great
Closer.
anecdote.
It
really-
was a great closer.
Yeah.
Because it tied up like all of his
Like,
BS.
First third, hated. Horrible. It felt like he was just throwing away material or rusty or something. Second part got a little better because he started making callback jokes to his first stuff, but I mean, he's making callbacks to bombs, it felt like.
He's making callbacks. If you watch specifically, now watch yourself here. If you watch Equanimity and then watch Sticks and Stones, he's not making callbacks in this special to earlier in this. He is using 3 other specials as the groundwork for callbacks for this one to be the
Right.
overarching
Right.
callback.
I'm talking
upon.
about jokes as a whole. I'm not even looking
Yeah,
at
yeah.
like the message of
Like
the
you
jokes.
go there, you
the joke.
rate it as a special
Yeah.
compared to other specials that
Like,
are out that year,
when he
and
started
you
making-
compare it to other comedians. Like,
Yeah.
I laugh more in other stuff.
Like when he
With
did the bar
Chappelle stuff
story.
is, you're right. It's
Yeah,
commentary. I mean, you said commentary, right?
Yeah.
It definitely is a commentary. It's not really comedy. It's a commentary, but it's
a
only funny.
commentary on
It's
comedy.
it's only funny to people who get it. And is a joke only subjective if everybody gets it, or is if it's like understandable at all?
Maybe this is
To any
why-
group of people.
Maybe this is why I geek out on it, because I'm right at this point in my life where I'm like studying in my own brain, like almost the art of comedy
Yeah.
in a way. And to me, I think like these 3 specials leading up to the closer, and then the closer, like to me, it's artistically like
Because
unreal with how it's done.
the reason I feel the first 2/3 were meh is because I am almost 100% convinced he went in with the last 25 minutes planned, and then everything else was banking on he's going to make that statement that he's done making jokes about the LGBT community, and that everything leading up to that statement is just him getting it out of his system. Just all his throwaway gay jokes. None of them are sticking, but he's just getting them out to fill that first 45 minutes, and then like the last 25 minutes is his anecdote and all those jokes, because that's when it felt the best. That's when it felt the most
by the way.
10 minutes?
That last story is only 10 minutes.
Yeah, but there's a few stuff that lead up to that story that I felt made it better. That's when it started to feel like,
Not 25 minutes worth, though.
I'll say like 16. Like the last 16 minutes, it started to feel more like he was getting into a groove again.
I'll take 15.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sorry,
a lot of
I'm not
people I
trying-
know didn't
I'm
even
not trying
finish
to
it.
fight you. on
No,
this
you're
shit.
good. You're good.
Sorry.
But it's like,
No, I'm just saying a lot of people I know didn't even fucking finish it.
yeah.
No, and that's what I'm saying. And the
I feel
worst
like the
part
only people who
is,
stuck through it were like, dude, I like Dave Chappelle. I feel like I need to see this through.
My
did
It
girlfriend got
kind of
up and
like,
left because
dude,
she's just
I
like,
agree
Can
with
we
you.
talk
It
about-
wasn't that great.
can we
Yeah.
talk
Like
about
if you're
the
not
last
like
story?
super into it, then you what man? God, dude,
Can we
dude.
talk about the last story?
Sure.
Okay, it's not the last story.
This-
It's like the whole thing. It's kind of stagnant. If I must be completely subjective, kind of stagnant. I only stuck through it because I love Dave Chappelle.
Same.
And the story, it picked up.
It
But
did.
I feel like it picked up at like kind of like a little too late. But whatever.
Yeah, when I recommend
It offended too many people too early, and it picked up too late
I
when
just
you
like-
realized, oh shit,
Everyone
that's
I've
what
talked
happened.
to about it, I'm just like,
You need to
skip
finish
to
it.
the
So
last
hold on,
one.
You
hold
need to
on,
finish
hold
it,
on. I need
exactly.
to call. I need to call
People
at
who
least
didn't
one
finish
of
it
you
hated
guys
it.
out. You love the Cumtown podcast.
I love the Cumtown.
Now hold on. Don't say a word.
I
Don't
can't
say. Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
fine.
up.
Jesus.
Shut up. Shut up. There is nothing that Dave Chappelle said on his special that is more offensive than anything said in a singular Cumtown.
Oh,
But hold on, hold
Go
on.
for it.
So if we're gonna say this is too offensive, you can't talk about it, then let's hold that same energy across everything. Okay?
A lot-
You know what I mean, you love Big J Okerson and
Legion of Skanks.
Legion of Skanks, and I guarantee you, everything on Legion of Skanks is a million times worse than what Dave Chappelle said.
100% true.
100% true.
100%
So
true.
we pick and choose, right? And that's the thing. that
Okay,
I'm pissed about.
you're reducing me to like a very weird concoction. What I'm saying is that since Dave Chappelle is so mainstream, everybody knows about him. He
Why?
has a huge following.
Cumtown does not have the
Hey,
Netflix.
hey,
Cumtown
hey.
is like the fringes of society. So is Legion of Skanks.
Let me-
I only listen to that to make my regular jokes seem
Bullshit.
not so bad.
Bullshit. 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 People call Dave Chappelle a sellout. Do you remember what happened when he was offered $50 million from Comedy Central as an early comedian? Do you know what he did, Junaid? Tell me. Please tell me what he did.
He said, no, I feel like I'm continuing
He
racism.
walked away. He walked a fucking way.
And he went to Africa.
He walked away.
And became Muslim.
He did nothing. And now he's making all this money.
It happened.
This is his trump card that he has. The reason he's uncancelable, the reason you can't cancel Dave Chappelle is because he essentially just said, oh, you want to make it about the money? Oh, I turned down the money decades ago when the money was real. So if you want to make about the money, fuck you.
I don't think it's about the money.
No, that's what I'm
It's got a
saying.
little bit about the money. It's a little bit about the money, dude. Who would even care to waste their time if it wasn't a little bit about the money?
It's not about the big money.
It's not about the big money.
He's getting the money he deserves.
So is there a reason he may have put a little bit of effort into $150 million Netflix
Dude,
for Park
okay.
special? And he fucking looked at it and dropped the
He
mic and
is
walked away.
charging. He is literally charging for his services and his time, which he seems appropriate. I consider Dave Chappelle one of the greatest comedians of all time. If he asked for 150 million, he definitely deserved 150 million because he turned down that 50 million. But I'm just saying, like, he wouldn't really make such a big deal out of it or take it as seriously as he did if he wasn't getting the money that he is getting today. And the only reason he's getting the money that he is getting today is because he turned down that stuff, create this huge hype over this stuff, and really attack stuff that was problematic in our society
can
today.
I-
Because
can I-
honestly, I'm tiptoeing around trans people all the time.
Now, can I
If anybody
also-
isn't, dude, they
Stop.
should be.
Stop. Can I also talk to you some facts about just like comedic numbers? Before George Carlin, most people took roughly 5 years to create a comedy special. Then George Carlin came around and he was able to put together whole specials, whole hour specials almost every year. And that created this blueprint of every year putting out a new special.
It used
Now
to
that-
just be, can you do your 10 minutes?
Yes. So a lot of people started following that. Now, Louis C.K.
He had an epic.
He had an epic run where he
Yeah.
was putting out banger specials every year for like 8 years in a row.
And then
Okay.
he just ended up having that weird thing.
Now, nobody wants to fucking accept.
I accept that he did that thing.
I'm not talking about Louis. I'm off that. Shut up about that. What I'm getting back to Chappelle is that, like, he has legitimately done 4 Netflix specials, 2 YouTube specials, and a whole bunch of other, like, side gigs without repeated material.
I mean, dude, he's
taken.
he's worked a lot of places. He has.
He's. I don't know, man.
He goes to like this tiny little, like, you just work your material. That's what they do. At least that's what they say that they do, right?
I mean,
They go to,
he's
like-
got also like 38 years of experience under his belt, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And he's been setting up like these ranches out in Ohio that he's like, you know, just performing to his crowds, but like
Yeah, but like, to summarize, I feel like we've talked about this in depth. Dude, Dave Chappelle had a great special. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. If you got offended by it, you're stupid because
you
think
probably
at the
didn't
point-
watch the whole
you
thing.
Probably didn't watch the
I
whole
hate
thing.
to say it.
And if
probably
you're
didn't watch
offended
the
by
whole
me
thing.
thinking that you're stupid, then you don't really live in a free society.
yeah. Freedom to offend, freedom to be offended.
Yeah, so what's the big deal? Someone thinks you're stupid. No problem.
I don't know, dude. I think he closed the door on like this era of comedy. He kind of just fucking shut
Yeah,
the door.
he did. Yeah, like, now this will be remembered as like, oh, post Dave Chappelle.
This is huge. People aren't like appreciating it.
If he comes
So
back
what-
like within a year, I'll be like, dude, you mean bullshit, dude.
No, because he
If you really
specifically
meant
said-
it, you would at least give 5 years before you
he
said anything.
specifically said a few things. He said at the beginning, "This is my last special for a while," and the last time he said that was when he walked away from Chappelle's show, and he was gone for like 7-8 years. You know what I mean?
Dude, oh my god, those are the hardest years of my life, dude. I used to walk up to a friend in my class. We'd have Visual Basic early in the morning and like 7th grade.
Crack
They're like, yo,
sandwiches.
bro, did you catch the Dave Chappelle last night? He's like, yeah, bro, I catch the Dave Chappelle last night. I'm like, you remember when he did this? You remember when he did that? I'm like, remember those titties jiggling? He's like, I remember those titties jiggling. It was so awesome, and that's what I remember of Dave Chappelle, and he's grown into such this, like, God, I feel like he's grown with me. Like, this intellectual that can, like, go deeper, and, like, if you get the joke, you get the joke, but if you don't really know Dave Chappelle, so just fuck off.
Can I state an opinion? You guys can openly disagree with me if you want.
I disagree with you.
That's fine. So, you can look at anything there is. There's the sport or play or... So you can look at, like, the best basketball player. All right, so, like... What's the separation between Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Like, how dominant was Michael Jordan at basketball? You know what I mean? How much was the best person in their craft?
I feel part of it too is
Okay.
like the walk.
Hold on. I am gonna say this after the recent Dave Chappelle special, and I only have a few firm opinions in my life. Cool Runnings is the greatest movie of all time. LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest basketball player ever. Rest in
Smack you
peace.
your face.
R.I.P.
Dave Chappelle is the great at what he does. So, Mayweather might be the greatest boxer, but
Oh,
Dave
God.
Chappelle is better as a comedian than Mayweather isn't as a boxer. The person, if you look at how they separate themselves,
Dude, but then like we come
from
back,
everyone else
we
in
come
their
back to the idea of like what makes somebody great. Because as if you count like how many people like him, dude, no, not a lot of people like Dave Chappelle.
don't give a fuck. Not too many people love Michael
Alright.
Jordan. Do you know what my dad taught me growing up? The majority of the world hates Michael Jordan because he's so great.
You know what my dad told me?
I grew up hating
Karl Malone's a fucking dick.
because he rapes 17-year-old girls.
You know he has.
No, I'm saying that is fact. That's not just.
I was about to say he has a terrible opinion on, respecting women.
If by that you mean when he raped a girl when he was 17 and she was like 12.
Are
We're
we
gonna
gonna
get into this.
Are we gonna have a
Welcome to
problem? Are we
Prepared for
defaming?
Nothing.
Does this count as defaming? As a judge, would you be like, we're defaming Karl Malone?
No,
I don't know.
It's
I feel like Justin is. Justin,
no,
he lived.
no.
Before
No.
we continue, I just want to say, you're right. I do appreciate the Come Town podcast, and it's unfair to hold it to the same standard as Dave Chappelle. But I feel like Dave Chappelle could have made a lot more retard and Asian jokes.
I agree, dude. It was too dimensional. It was like trans black people, trans white people.
He did make one Asian joke, and I kind of liked
Which
it.
one?
The
Which one?
COVID. And he's like, I've seen all these
Oh,
black
yeah, he
people beat up
did.
Asian people. When I had COVID, that's probably what happened in my system.
Damn, that was a good Asian joke.
Dave Chappelle doubled down. And I fucking loved it. He pretty much was like, "You don't like my trans jokes? Catch these hands, motherfuckers."
Dude, and like
then
literally
he ended
the
it-
most offended people have been the LGBTQ, even though he's made all these other jokes.
Now I
So they
love.
didn't even watch the whole special and listen to his last story.
Here's what I love.
Basically gave an homage.
There's been like a meme going around about it, but someone took a screenshot about center audience. There's like an older woman and her daughter, and the
With,
daughter's
like,
got like
pink
the
ass,
dyed
blue
hair
ass,
and the
like,
heavy
platinum
makeup, and it's
hair.
like,
Hold on.
There's your
tell.
Hold on. I screenshotted that on my
Those
own
are the
cell phone.
two
Hold on.
people
She's
that
like-
did not like the jokes in
Hold
that
on.
crowd.
She's like, why you make that
No
joke?
joke. I'm watching the special, and I saw him make this joke, And the punchline that he says before he cuts to these two bitches is he says, "My problem isn't with trans people. My problem is with white people." And then they cut to the fucking crowd. Jesus Christ.
I think ironically the mother in that group I think did laugh at the second rendition of Space Juice. It was like one of the only people. Because I liked when the first time he did it and everyone's just kind of like, and then in the background, "Free Palestine," and that actually got subtitled.
Yeah, he's like, it's gonna get worse than that.
Literally, look at this.
You need that mic.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh my God,
So-
Justin, it's so big.
I know.
Good for you, man. I'm so proud of you.
Is this what we're gonna do?
Yep.
Is this what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
We're gonna try and go to a little segment in which I try and show you the bitches in the segment, and you just wanna. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, dude.
You just hit me in the face, man.
Yeah, I know. I want to do it harder. Like, I really fucking held back. Because we were literally just talking about him pointing out these two fucking old nasty ladies.
Let's show it. Let's show it to the screen. Here.
And I actually have it on fucking screenshot.
Yeah, no. That's
Those
them.
two ladies.
That's them.
Those two ladies. I literally screenshotted it because I was like, whoa, they cut to these two bitches. Everyone's laughing, and they're just like, the whole show, they're just like,
Yeah, people kept joking. It's like, she wrote one of those reviews. She
God,
wrote
dude.
one of those articles.
She seemed so upset. And I was just
why
like,
would you go to a Dave Chappelle show if that's your fucking how you're gonna stay?
Maybe
They were
that
gonna
was
make fun of
Daphne's
white
daughter.
people.
No,
Okay.
no.
Actually,
Don't
so
even-
every,
don't do
every
that to
article
Daphne.
I've seen that people talk about actually the Daphne segment of it are all complaining that it's like Dave Chappelle used this as a way to get away with his transphobic humor. In reality, he's being transphobic by even bringing up the story. It's just like, dude, in the story,
You can't be that
your
sensitive.
community killed her.
Dude,
Bro,
you can't be that sensitive.
That's what it.
Are white
Anybody
people
who
that
says
sensitive?
no, anybody
Are
who
black
says
people
that
sensitive?
anybody who says that Dave Chappelle uses the Daphne story.
There's white.
Anybody who says that Dave Chappelle uses that Daphne story as in, I've heard this argument before as the equivalent of like, I have a black friend, I can make jokes against. I have a trans friend,
Her
I can.
family's literally defending him on Twitter.
He is
Like-
is literally his whole punchline. His whole point of this fucking story is that he supported this trans woman, and because she liked him, Dave Chappelle, she caught so much grief. She fucking killed herself. And like nobody, we're all just skipping past that. Sinead's getting the cell phone out. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just looking something up.
nah, so I'm saying though, like nobody. That's what he wants to illustrate.
One of my favorite things was one of the people basically opened up their article with saying that Dave Chappelle claims that Daphne wasn't part of our tribe; she was part of his tribe because they're a comedian. Well, I'm a comedian too. Does that mean I'm also part of your tribe, Dave Chappelle? Like one of the comments at the end of the article was like, "No, because you're not funny."
You're not a comedian.
Dude, this has now become so sensational. This whole Dave Chappelle special. Was it supposed to be the sensation?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Were people supposed to talk about it this much?
Did you watch the whole thing?
Man.
it has
Of course I watched the whole
created
thing.
a
I love the whole
sensation.
thing.
He ended it.
I
He
made my
ended
wife
it.
watch the whole thing.
He
I watched
ended-
it, and then I watched it with my wife.
He ended it by saying, "You're not gonna like this. Fuck you. I'm the fuck out of here."
I gave it a
Exactly.
thumbs up on Netflix. I think all you listeners, I gave it a thumbs up. Justin gave it a thumbs up. Connor,
I give it a thumbs up.
thumbs up, right? You should definitely watch it.
I enjoyed it.
So yeah, this has been a positive review of Dave Chappelle on our Prepared for Nothing
The
podcast.
first
Dave
part was
Chappelle's
wrong,
the GOAT.
The ending,
We
primo.
hated a lot on it. We did
Nope.
hate a lot on it. We
I
talked
didn't.
about it for real, but we did talk about it for real.
We did.
Definitely. We hated on it. We loved it. It is what it is. is definitely a great show. You should
I'm a
watch it.
Dave
And I'm
Chappelle
sorry if you're
stan.
offended by it,
Yeah, you
but
kinda
literally
are.
now,
I stand for Dave Chappelle. Listen to me, okay,
dude, you should get that
motherfuckers.
carved into your chest like a big DC. Dave Chappelle.
Property of Dave Chappelle.
Don't do that. Don't do the property thing. That's kind of gay.
DC right here. Is there a...
No, dude, that's only fans. Are you gonna ask me? Are you gonna do this?
Damn, it doesn't...
You're too soft.
Have Janae grab the pen.
You go like this, man. Go like this. You gotta bring the ink to the ball. In the thing, you gotta go like this. Okay, it's kind of working. Are you gonna get a DC on your chest? You know your wife is going to make fun of you.
She is. She makes fun of me
You're
a
gonna
lot.
be like, she won't make fun of me tonight. Rubbing it with a loofah.
Bro, I'm
What,
gonna
I
put
have
a
to go over
band...
it 18 times.
I'm gonna put a band-aid over it. It's gonna be like one of
just you
those,
wearing a
like...
shirt to bed
He
today.
definitely rubbed pretty hard. That'll be a scar. For a couple days. A bruise? You can put your nipple away. Oh my god.
Justin just
Okay,
said-
this has been the Prepared for Nothing podcast.
No, dude, we got 15 more minutes. What else we got?
We almost started the school shooter.
Oh yeah, so there was a school shooting, which is pretty much one black guy got mad at another black guy, and then that black guy pulled out a gun and was a really bad shot and shot 4 people, and then tried to run away in a Dodge Charger. And then basically the teachers were like calling 911. There's a shooter on campus, and they pulled out the, oh my god, it's a white shooter on campus type scenario, and did not realize it was just black on black violence.
Well, my favorite part about it is that goes into why I hate the fucking statistical definition of what the fuck a school shooter is. But
No one knows where it
Go on.
this is like what is defined as a school shooting is literally any form of gun violence that happens within like 100 meters of school property.
Yeah, but like that's not what like the media portrays it as.
Exactly. Like
The media was
portrays
like,
it
there
this
is an active shooter on campus with
And
an
it's like, no,
AK-47.
Dude got his
Not
ass kicked, went home, came back with a gun, missed the dude, and hit 4 other people.
Can
Dude
I
is
tell
like-
you guys something really weird?
Hmm.
I've been having recurring morning dreams.
Okay.
So it's like when it's like 7:10 and you need to get up at 7:15. So it's at like 7:12, that little gap, and you fall back asleep. And I swear, my morning horror dreams are just Connor yelling that over and over again.
Yelling what exactly?
It's like they're not.
What?
Connor yelling what? What were we yelling, Connor?
I don't remember.
School shooting thing we were just chatting about. Fuck.
Oh, they're not statistically school shooters?
Yes, I don't know.
I don't either, man.
All right, so we should end it at 45
Jeez,
minutes.
this is a good one, you guys. This is a great end if we
Okay.
think about it.
With that in mind, have you guys seen the new fucking Chicago policy that got passed?
Chicago policy.
Yeah, in Chicago.
What do you mean?
It is now considered mutual combat for gangs to get into a shootout, and prosecutors will not press charges.
So basically, if you're in a gang shootout, you can't press charges against another gang member
Yeah.
who is shooting at you?
If you're having any form of mutual combat in Chicago now, it's no longer...
So it's like dueling rules.
Yeah, basically. People are just like, Chicago just became a literal PvP zone.
That's like a
Literally.
GTA
Yeah.
type law. Who passed this shit?
We
Who
need
is
to
the
fucking
governor
go
of
there,
Chicago?
dude.
Chicago is just
Wait,
like, look,
just
there are
like
too
the
many
county of
crimes.
Chicago, like the city of Chicago,
The city of Chicago.
not Illinois.
Chicago.
Just that,
Yeah. Mutual
bad is
combat
shit out there?
policy.
dude. Who's been to Chicago lately? I went there when I was 9
in like
once.
2017 maybe. So
Past the
4 years
airport?
ago.
I just saw the airport.
No, I was in the heart of the city,
Damn.
You see,
but it was a while ago.
yeah. No, there's just. I guess there's been enough like person-on-person combat. Is that it's not considered murder or assault because both parties are equally involved in trying to murder or assault the other person. They're just like,
They're just basically like,
Fucking
were you
let
shooting
him.
at that guy?
did he
Yep.
shoot back?
Was he
Or
shooting at you? Yep. So you, after the first, say, 5 shots, you agreed that you were trying to shoot each other?
All
The
right, dog.
dual
So what
ass-
I'm saying is, like, I'm gonna pull my pistol out, and it might have 5 rounds. And if your pistol might have 5 rounds, then we might.
Home
This
robbery.
conversation is taking place before you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You go in for a home robbery. The homeowner shoots at you. You shoot back and kill him. You're fine because it's mutual combat.
No, it can't.
You know,
It has to be on like neutral ground.
anything you steal, that's
No,
theft.
mutual combat though. That can be.
It has to be neutral ground. You can't be like,
Self-defense. You
I'm
can't be
coming into
standing
this
your
dude's
ground,
house.
yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't know how that policy applies to shit.
Definitely has to be neutral ground, as in public property.
Yeah, because the other thing I feel too is like the winner gets to choose the scenario that happened.
I mean, the only person that's gonna sue you is the one that saw you.
Right.
So better be packing extra bullets. In
I
Chicago.
feel like we're about to go fight out in the front yard right now.
Do you think mutual
No, we're
combat would
not.
apply in,
We're just talking about Chicago in this law.
like in the courtroom, mutual combat just breaks out, and the judge just like, no, they got it right, let them.
I don't know.
No, he did say his mama was fat.
Does
so
it depend
he should
on
be
the
able to
race?
punch him back.
I don't know.
I mean, how bad can it be? Like,
Why
can it be
would
somebody with
depend
like
on the race?
You can't
Janae?
have a mutual combat.
he
with
had a
any
water
race
gun,
crime.
Janae,
he had a 12 gauge shotgun. It
Janae?
was practically mutual agreement.
Janae,
He didn't
why-
know that it was a water gun
Why would this depend on race at all? To begin with?
because we were talking about Dave Chappelle and he's all like racy and like LGBTQ.
We were talking about Dave Chappelle like
Dave
12 minutes ago.
So racy and LGBTQ.
Exactly.
God damn.
Justin. Justin, it's okay to be white.
Is it though, dude?
You have Janae's forgiveness.
No, I don't really carry much weight, dude. I'm skirted the line. You know, I could be white, I could be dark skin. Don't matter.
Do you like mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Both. That's how white I am.
Both? BOAF?
Yeah, dude, make it creamy however way you can. I love that white, creamy taste in my sandwiches.
I fucking hate Miracle Whip. But okay.
I think we gotta send it.
Alright.
All right, thanks for listening, guys, especially in Belgium.